It's my life, whatever I wanna talk. It's my life, wherever.
Okay, yes. Welcome back to the channel Vetti Squad. Only the 24 of y'all subscribed and the 100 of y'all who watch without subscribing. Hi. How are you? I don't know how we get 100 views consistently in our past videos, but we are getting, and I'm happy for y'all. Thank you. But please do subscribe to the channel and welcome back to another episode where me, Cyrus, and Gibran, because we are so lonely at night, we talk about the stupid trade rumors that are happening in Instagram. The stupid trade rumors that happen in Instagram. That's what we're here for. We're here to entertain you. And,
Probably
yeah.
Joshua's internet connection is weak. That's why he's alone in the nights.
Okay, fine. Okay. With that banter and with the chatter, we have we'll continue from where we left off. Probably one of the first trade rumors, obviously the biggest trade rumor we thought was Hardik Pandya. Okay, but before that itself, one trade happened off. We'll come to the trade, but just on this Hardik Pandya lines. Okay, Hardik Pandya. So CSK, I don't know if it'll happen much, but there are few give and takes for it. But one of the main places that he might end up going is KKR. And I have a full list where Hardik Pandya makes demands from KKR. I'm going to tell you all the demands. Okay, number one, wants full control of KKR with no interference. Number two, wants Abhishek Nair removed as a major part of the franchise's power reportedly lies with him money. Wants his own team and preferred players at KKR. Wants some players to retire or leave due to age and performance factors, with Sunil Narayan and Ajinkya Rahane among the names mentioned. Wants the Saints selecting the coaching staff and support personnel. Mumbai Indians are also reportedly yet to give the green light for the move.
The Hardik Pandya is watching this video, you'll get nice ideas, bro.
He'll also be surprised. Wow.
There's a possibility of him moving to KKR, but I don't think so. They'll meet his demands and all, bro. Like I feel they in this 2026 IPL, the way how they started and the way how they finished, I think they have their team intact. I feel like they're the coaching, at least not the team, but their coaching staff at least they're intact. And Sunil Narayan is an integral part of thing. You can't take him out. Like that's
Okay.
like until and unless he retires, I don't think. Ajinkya Rahane, yeah, I agree. Like they might ask him to step down from captaincy, probably leave him in the auction, and they can go for Hardik Pandya. But I feel like Hardik, if Rahane, okay, I'll come to Rahane's thing later because Rahane coming back to CSK question mark.
No. Rahane finishing IPL. That's all. Okay. I not coming back CSK, finishing IPL.
He played so well for you, all, bro, last year. Last year,
Which
like when he was
nobody
playing
can
for you.
disagree. Nobody can disagree. Ajinkya Rahane, even KKR, he started off well, but then but towards the end, he started fading off. But I think it's fine.
My opinion is
What do
he'll
you-
go, but I don't know that if they'll agree to his terms and conditions.
What do you think, Gibran Khan?
See, KKR is a franchise that needs a face because you cannot have a team which is so unstable year after year. Okay, so they're bringing in new players, the coaching staff is changing. This is happening quite regularly for a team that is probably the third most successful team in IPL. So I think Hardik Pandya brings in a lot of stability to their team. He also brings in that I would say golden feather on KKR's cap because Hardik Pandya is an IPL winning captain. Nobody can deny his class, his level, and his caliber.
Yes.
But also the issue is when there is a new captain coming, I am always in favor of the captain having a say in the coaching staff.
Okay.
That is something I feel that was very important for, say, the bond between Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri, the bond between Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. All of this exemplifies how a captain and a coach can get together and do wonders for the team. So him having a say in the coaching staff, I have no objection whatsoever. I genuinely feel that if you give someone that captaincy role, he must have that leverage to make those calls. You get my point. It cannot be somewhere at a place like there is a certain IPL team wherein the owner takes the calls and not the coach or the captain, which does not make any sense, right? So those people are the ones who must make the call, and Hardik Pandya definitely fits in well. I feel the combination of Hardik Pandya and Cam Green will be deadly. If it clicks, I feel you have two players who are probably the best all-rounders in the game, in white ball cricket especially. So if they are at their prime, if they can manage with the ball and the bat, I think KKR will have probably one of the most deadly combinations. So I think it's a very good decision for Hardik Pandya to move out from MI. I feel he's better suited to lead a team like KKR, which is struggling. And
Mhm.
he's done that in the past with GT when GT stepped in for the first season. You know that never before this happened. Like even when Sahara Pune Warriors was there or Kochi
Mm,
Tuskers Kerala was there, the team didn't click when they stepped in.
mm.
So for him to just step in and win an IPL in their maiden season, it speaks volumes about his potential and caliber, which I feel is not reflected in the past year or two.
Mm. Makes sense. Uh, Another trade rumor, same for Hardik Pandya to KKR, was Ankush Raghuvanshi and Ramandeep Singh to MI and Hardik Pandya to KKR. But I don't know. I don't know if KKR leave Ankush Raghuvanshi because he's another young
Yes.
player who's doing well for KKR. And if hope they're not stupid like how they left Shreyas Iyer. They can't do
Yeah.
that a second time.
Another thing is, see, I don't know how the like how atmosphere of the team would be if like a person just walks in as captain, because you have like two or three people in KKR, like for example Manish Pandey, you
Hmm.
have Rinku Singh, who have been senior members in the franchise, and they have not been given even considered the chance to be given as captain because they have been in the franchise for a long time.
Correct.
And that culture of bringing in like a person from another team and making them captain all of a sudden, I don't know how it impacted KK. I mean, how it impacted Mumbai. Although Pandey is from that franchisee, his main recognition came from that franchisee. It kind of backfired on them. So
Hmm.
I don't know how walking in as captain and calling all the shots in a franchisee would really be healthy in the environment. But again, it's a contemplatable topic. It's a debatable one. But I feel there's always a chance that that could happen to again Hardik Pandya. So I think he should be very careful about that as well when he moves out and takes over or he plays in another team.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so we'll come back to Hardik Pandya a little more later, but those will be just smaller topics. But let's move to the next big one, that is RR. RR has been quite little. They've been like, okay, we need to trade, bro. But I don't know why they need to trade, but they need to trade, bro. They're like that. But yeah, so the main talking point is Yashaswi Jaiswal to Mumbai and Hardik Pandya to RR. I don't know how Hardik Pandya will work in RR scheme, but I'm pretty sure Yashasvi Jaiswal will work well in Mumbai scheme. But yeah, I'll leave it out to y'all. What do y'all think, guys?
I think it would be an absolute disaster for RR to let Yashasvi Jaiswal go. Like I've said in the
Mm,
previous video, Jaiswal is someone who can literally, or rather, who literally built himself and announced himself to the Indian cricket
mm,
team by playing for RR. And you
yes.
know that he's one of the key impact players of RR, like not the impact player rule, like in terms of actually impacting RR's game. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that trade makes sense. See, RR played really well this season. Trust me, I myself didn't even think that they'll make it to the top five, top six, but they literally finished third. So I just feel RR needed that approach of playing the pressure game right. I think that's how they messed up. Because I felt if RR turned up at the finals, they would have beaten RCB. That's how I was contemplating the situation. So I don't think RR must look at Hardik Pandya. I think it's more about RR trying to strengthen their squad. When you're
Mm-hmm.
already doing well, why would you
Mm-hmm.
like make those tweaks? Yashasvi gave you those starts in crucial games or in multiple games, and he and Vaibhav Suryavanshi complement each other really well. So when there are two individuals who are doing you real good, match after match, why
Why would you
have?
break it? Yes.
So that's my perspective. I would say a big no if I had to give you my perspective.
Cyrus, what do you think?
Similar, I would say no too, because there's no, if Yashasvi Jaiswal goes out of the setup,
Mm-hmm.
the mix, then who's going to open batting with Vaibhav Suryavanshi?
Why
That's
was
another challenge,
Suryavanshi?
because the way I mean it is an art to be like playing opposite to Vaibhav Suryavanshi, because he explodes like it's madness when he bats, and then from your end you need to like hold it together. You can't do the same thing that he's doing because that's not your style of playing. Although he's destructive, he's not like a slogger. He's more like a timer. He goes, you know. So who's going to complement Vaibhav Suryavanshi? I think Yashasvi Jaiswal did a very good job complementing, like giving the limelight to Vaibhav, at the same time making sure that things are like they had a lot of like 50 plus 60 plus run partnerships in like many
Mm-hmm.
matches. So I think breaking that will really that it will really mess up the top order of RR, one, and two. He's a vice captain of like RR. Okay, so that's another. He's been in one of like he's been in the match like some of the decision. He captained one of the matches as well. So they will look at him as potential,
Future captain.
like future captain as well in case if like their current captain is like not wanting to go. Some whatever situation, I think they would want to still keep like Yashaswi Jaiswal, because leaving an asset like him, you can't replace him with any other player in a mini auction. That's like a huge risk. And getting in Hardik Pandya is good for them. RR. Maybe he'll bat in the middle and he'll bowl a few overs. Okay, but the same sort of role you can get someone else who's an Indian all rounder in the auction to do it rather than Hardik Pandya is what my
Mm.
opinion is. That'll be one
I
of the
feel
most.
RR
Yeah,
already has a good Indian core. They have
yeah. They
Dhruv
have.
Chahal, Yashasvi Jaiswal,
They,
Riyan Parag,
they should not
Jadeja.
just disturb it.
Jadeja. Sorry, even Jadeja.
I think
They
they
have
should
good.
just
Mm.
see Mumbai will benefit of the trade, but RR will really lose out a lot on the trade if that happens.
Fine.
In my
Another
opinion.
small RR trade that is going on, but the stock is with CSK. Is that Tushar Deshpande for Prashant Veer? What do
Tushar,
you?
you really want Tushar Deshpande back to CSK?
Acha, I see. Surprisingly, I'll tell you yes, because that fellow, I think this RR season he's bowled really well. Whenever he's given the ball, he bowled death overs, especially for RR this time, and also even in the Mumbai league, he smashed a 50. He's doing really well with the bat also. So he's turning out to be that all rounder. Okay, and plus he's already a CSK coded person. So I don't know. They might not mind, but I think because they look at Prashant Veer as a replacement for Jadeja, they set him that high. I don't know if they will do it. What do you all think?
My opinion is if they do Prashant Veer, CSK will lose out. It's a big loss for CSK money wise. Okay, I feel if they leave Prashant Veer in the auction, they still have 14 crores to go for one or two players who can come into CSK. Potential Indian, like there might be people getting out, there will be people moving out into the auction. Okay,
Mm.
you'll find someone who is like, being able to, like, you will really free up 14 crores from your first person one shot. But if you're going to trade him out, I feel you're still, like, you're still losing 14 crores.
Okay, say Jibran.
I think Tushar Deshpande has really performed well for CSK as much as I know and I remember. I remember at one point of time he was one of their go-to bowlers who got those crucial wickets in the death overs. So I feel Tushar Deshpande makes sense for CSK. But again, like Cyrus said, Veer going out might be sketchy because he's an impactful player. But I also think a better strategy would be send him out into the auction pool and buy him for probably something less.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
again, the question arises: who do you trade? XYZ to bring in Tushar Deshpande. Who is XYZ again? Is a difficult question. It's something that CSK has to work on. I feel it's necessary because CSK needs a complete rejig of the squad. This is
Yeah.
not on a very serious note. There was once a time where beating CSK was considered to be a huge achievement. That is the level that they have. So you need players who can, I would say, carry that, if not improve that. You don't need players who will drop that level
Mm.
that was set. So yeah, I think CSK needs a big rejig.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And for that, we'll go to the next team that has been very hot in this full trade season that is happening right now, and that is LSG. LSG has already, they're so hot that they've already completed a trade. Rishabh Pant has moved to DC and they've gotten Kuldeep Yadav. So my question to this trade is already done. So it's officially done. They've posted it. So my question is, who do you all think has benefited more, DC or LSG? I'll start with Gibran. Start with Gibran.
Hands down DC. Hands down DC. I think what I was honestly surprised when I read that small piece of info on Times of India. It was in a very small corner. And I thought to myself, this is insane. Imagine Pant took a pay cut of what, more than 10 crores.
Yeah,
And how many seasons was he there at LSG? One or two?
2 seasons.
Two. So I remember seeing a statement wherein it was said that LSG would be built around Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, yeah. Sanjay Goenka told that he told it on television that in another 10 years, like how Dhoni and Rohit Sharma is, Rishabh Pant will be like that for LSG.
So I don't have to add anything. I mean, people, they know English, they understand what the situation meant. So I think it's a huge benefit for DC because DC can get back their OG player. Again, when we go back, down the memory lane, Rishabh Pant became who he is playing for Delhi Capitals. It was more or less how Vaibhav Suryavanshi is for RR. Rishabh Pant was there for DC back then. That's how he introduced himself to the big stage. And I feel, some players suit certain franchises. because see, when you talk about a team, there is a lot that happens. It's the culture, it's the coaching, and all of that. It's just that it does not mean that if you go for a big buy, you'll perform well. Doesn't mean that. Okay, so I think DC is a huge winner of this trade because see, whether you like it or not, the truth is T20 and IPL, they are a batter's paradise. Okay, your bowlers may make a difference, they may not make a difference. Okay, but
Mhm.
for a batsman, it is probably the best stage to express himself. And I feel in LSG, Rishabh Pant never got that opportunity. Sometimes he came up the order, sometimes he went down the order. I mean, as a captain, if your role and position in the team is unstable, I mean, you can't expect any better results than what LSG had. So I think it's a huge win for Delhi because Delhi lacked that, I would say impactful captaincy because Akshar Patel was good. Beating RCB Chinnaswamy was not easy. But again, I feel, Delhi lost that, momentum they were carrying on. At crucial moments, like for example, when they lost that match to Punjab, it set a very bad precedent. Imagine, scoring 250 plus or whatever, and you just end up losing that too in the 18th or 17th, 18th or 19th or whatever that was. So those kinds of matches, they adversely impact the morale of the team. So I think DC will now have a great person in Rishabh Pant, and I would definitely be happy if he's the captain for DC because I feel he's a better captain than Akshar Patel. And on the other hand, LSGC, the thing is, LSG has great players, okay, but I still feel that it's a team which is not doing well majorly because I personally feel there's a lot of involvement from the management side. So it's just like if you are a musician, if the producer is calling you and telling you that these are the chords, this is how the song is, why have the musician, why have the music composer, let the producer do the task himself. So it's the same analysis with respect to the coach and the owner. So I feel for LSG it's more or less trying to get a better work culture and ensuring that there is minimum involvement from the management side. So I feel in this trade it's DC's victory hands down.
Say this.
I would say it's not a 50-50, definitely. It has its own pros and cons. Start off with LSG, Kuldeep Yadav will be a good ad because their only main top spinner was Digvesh Shatri, and he's a right arm leggy. So, I mean, getting in Kuldeep Yadav gives them a guy who can, like, two people who can turn the ball from, like, either sides. Okay, so, and for both left and right hand. And both of them are really good, like, bowlers. It's difficult to read them sometimes if you're not, like, a really good player. So I think LSG strengthened their bowling a little bit with Kuldeep Yadav coming in. But DC, it is an amazing trade. DC got a valuable player. But the problem is, where is he going to play? Who is he going to replace in the 11? Because is it going to be the only player I look at who he can probably, like, come and bat in places? Abhishek Purel.
Yeah.
Okay. But Abhishek Pural has done really well for TC, and you can't make him not play. You have three wicket keepers on top of the order. That is, you have KL Rahul, you have Abhishek Pural, and you have Rishabh Pant. So there again, will they want to play three? I mean, I don't look at a batter. If they're a batter, I don't really mind if they're a wicket keeper too. But then depends on who the captaincy is going to go to and who is going to be sitting down and giving a place for Rishabh Pant. That is a
Mm.
key thing. So maybe DC is looking at another trade out. Is my, like, what I suspect. And yeah, I really feel either Abhishek Purel will move out of DC, or
Mm.
KL Rahul will just be like, I'm going back to RCB and
Cyrus has been praying for that KL Rahul come back like since the time Rishabh Pant moved into DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if the thing is, leaving KL Rahul is something very bizarre. I don't know if they'll do it, but if you have to look at the team composition, it's just batting strength is like crazy. Their bowling strength also is like really good. But then you have to let go of a youngster who is like, or
Yeah.
maybe there's another trait that is like, I suppose that we will talk about, that is about Ashutosh Sharma. If he moves out, then both of them can play. So there's still a chance. So we don't know what it is, but yeah, it is I would say it's a 40% to LSG and a 60% to DC benefit.
Okay. Okay. I would actually say the opposite. I would say it is a better trade for LSG than DC because LSG's bowling unit looks intact because they have Kuldeep Yadav, Digresh Rati, and Shahbaz Ahmed has done well. So they have three spinners and Shahbaz Ahmed as an all rounder. And now their fast bowling has Prince Yadav, Mohammad Shami, and they also have a Mohsin Khan, they also have an Avesh Khan, and they also have,
Akash Singh also.
yeah, they have Akash Singh also. So for me now, LSG's bowling is sorted. They only have to focus on arranging the batsmen really well, because they also have batting power, but they've just not been able to fix a position for people. But that's just my thought on it. I see DC. The thing is, they've got Rishabh Pant, but where are they going to play him is going to be the biggest question. Because for DC, the problem with this full season was they always had the players to win, to at least come into playoff for sure, but they have not done it. They've just been moving everyone around. So that will be the biggest question for me, for DC. But with that LSG, another big trade. Why they might have moved Rishabh Pant out? The next trade is they are looking for a Surya Kumar Yadav to come in, and MI has requested for Prince Yadav and Nicholas Puran.
This guy is gonna go out of Mumbai. I don't know if it is gonna be anything. But again, Prince Yadav is one of their prime bowlers. Who are you
Hmm.
going to replace him with? Is it not like there's another Yadav in their team. I forgot his name. What is his name?
Mayank Yadav. Mayank
Mayank
Yadav.
Yadav. Is it going to be Mayank Yadav who's going to replace him? But again, he's injury prone. So I wouldn't leave Prince Yadav. He's one of their best bowlers. Whenever Shami's not stepped up, Prince Yadav has stepped up. It's not going to be a good trade if they're going to give Prince Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav is a value add in any team, but I prefer him playing in MI because I feel that number 4, number 3 in MI is a spot like for life. I feel.
He'll be a
Yeah.
captaincy material for LSG also. If the trade happens, what do you think? What do you think?
As much as I know, like based on my knowledge, I feel it'll be Surya Kumar who'll take over the reins of MI, because
Mhm.
become the captain is what I feel. Because see, there's no other option. Rohit Sharma, we don't know how long we'll see him. And Sky post last year, he's a World Cup winning captain. So it'll be absolutely stupid on MI's part to let him go. Because at least I see a good 3-4 seasons left from his side. That'll help the franchise build a good team, so that when he walks away, there's a team there. You don't have to build it from scratch. But see, for LSG, again, the issue is, if Rishabh Pant is out, who's the new captain? They have
Mm.
to find someone who is a captain material. Kuldeep Yadav might be a good, bowling ad, but do they have any captain in their team? I don't know. Aiden Markram, how long? Like, will he be there? He was not even there in the team consistently. So who else
Yeah.
is there? There's Mitch Marsh, but will Mitch Marsh be able to perform at the same level if he's the captain? I don't know, because not every player is a good captain.
Mhm.
So that's a big issue. I feel they have to first answer this question. And again, letting someone like a Prince Yadav go, I mean, that's stupid. I do understand that if you want a big name, you have to give a more or less a similar name, but I don't think it's needed on LSG side. Like I told you, I feel LSG is more about trying to fix players at their right spots, backing your players. Because if there is a major rejig again and again, there is no stability in the team. People
Yes,
keep
yes.
coming and going. It becomes more or less like a bus. People keep coming, people keep going. So
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So yeah, I would say a big no. Let Sky be at MI. I think MI would be built around him, because I don't see anyone apart from Sky leading the team. I mean, it could be Jasprit Bumrah, but will he be a good captain, T20 captain? I don't know. Tilak Verma as a captain, I don't know, because I was just reading, post India's loss to Ireland. A lot of people were telling that Tilak Verma could easily have been replaced by Rajat Patidar in the team. You get my point. So Tilak Verma himself is trying to, establish himself. So I don't think making him the captain would make sense. So Sky at
Mhm.
my point of view.
Sky at MI is the final verdict. Okay. Next one, a very interesting one. This is we are moving to DC now. Okay, so there are two trades. First one is what Cyrus had already mentioned. Ashutosh Sharma, a finisher, to CSK, and Khalil Ahmed to DC. I
I mean,
personally, I already told this to Cyrus. Personally, I'll just go for it.
Yeah, even I would say yes. It's majorly
Khalid
because
Ahmed is your star bowler. Okay, so who you want to replace him with? That's you
No,
have.
so this time Nathan Ellis will come back. So I leave Khalil Ahmed.
See, I don't look at Nathan Ellis as a strike bowler. I don't understand when they hype Nathan Ellis in CSK.
Okay. 1 minute. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. There's one more LSG trade which I forgot. I'm really sorry. Okay, one more LSG trade. Mohammad Shami for Urul Patel.
Yeah, I'll go for that trade actually. Because I'll tell you why I'll go for the trade. Okay, Urul Patel, out of 14 matches, he'll win you 2 matches. Okay, with the bat. And you already have, if you're getting Ashutosh Sharma in that hypothetical situation, or what if they're getting another batsman in? I feel CSK's batting, if they kind of go with a strategy of how they can play, for example, and GT didn't have their middle order didn't get exposed at all. But it didn't mean that their top order batters are destructive batters. They can play one way. They played conventional cricket. They kind of did their job with their strength. I feel in CSK, some of the times Ruturaj Gaikwad is playing out of his strength, and many other players were trying to play out of their strength. But if they stick to their strength, I think their batting is very strong. So making any change to the batting is not necessary. If not, like maybe get like one extra batter in the middle order who can, like, be a good finisher like Ashutosh Sharma. Good. Okay. Leaving Khalil Ahmed, let's come to that. But coming to the point where you get in Shami, Shami is Shami. Okay, he is a strike bowler. He might have not done well, but Shami is Shami. If you want to leave Khalil Ahmed and get Shami in, why not?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like it's a bad trade. Or even in the case, if they want, if it is not Shami, like a T Natarajan or someone like that, for like, for Khalil Ahmed is a good choice. I'd say tactically and like team composition wise, it will be like a good win-win for both,
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
What do you think, Khan?
See, I would say yes, it's a good deal because I feel CSK needs someone like an Ashutosh Sharma, and Ashutosh Sharma again was not a regular impact player for DC.
Yes.
On and off he was there, he was not there. So he's not like a go-to, impact player option like how RCB had DDP. You
Yeah.
knew that he'd be there. So
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity for someone like him to turn up at CSK because CSK needs someone like him. They're desperately in need of someone like him because Shivam Dube, I mean, he's not doing good or living up to his potential for the past few seasons, and Baby AB is not on his destructive scale like he used to be. So you need someone else. I'm not telling you that they're bad. What I'm trying to tell you is you need options. It's good to have options. I'd rather break my head with 10 good batsmen than sit down with three and think about how do I, make them play well. So Ashutosh Sharma is a big yes. And with respect to Mohammad Shami, if I have to bring him into CSK, hands down, yes. Because CSK, I feel, lacks a frontline bowler. I
They
remember
lack
when
a
IPL.
they lack experienced bowler. I feel experience is lacking.
Yeah, I mean, like frontline and experience, Shami is giving you both. Again at LSDC, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Shami is a crazy good bowler. But that franchise didn't work out for him. It's as simple as that. For whatever reason, it didn't work out for him. So I feel CSK is in desperate need of a good bowler like him. At CSK used to have bowlers like Makhaya and Tini, used to have Albie Merkel, Doug Bollinger. You had those bowlers who actually incite that threat into the minds of the opposition batsmen. Now, if you see, Khalil Ahmed is good, but would an IPL batsman be threatened facing him? No. Mohammad Shami, yes. The way he swings the ball in, he can absolutely destroy a team in a power play on his day. Okay. So I
Yeah.
feel SK needs to go in for Mohammad Shami because you need a frontline Indian bowler, and the fact that he's not a foreign player is a huge benefit. So his position as an Indian player is there, no matter what it is there. But if it's a foreign player, you'll always have to look at permutations and combinations, which will also depend on a lot of other factors, whether your other departments are doing good or not. So to have a hands down Indian classy bowler, yes, why not? Definitely yes.
Okay. So on that note, DC. We're talking about DC. There's one more big trade, but they've not mentioned whom they're going to trade for. There are two teams that are interested. DC and Punjab are very, very interested in Noor Ahmed from CSK. But they have
Why?
not mentioned who they'll give, who they because
Bro,
since
you
Kuldeep.
can't, you get Chahal back for Noor Ahmed, I'll say okay. But if it's not Chahal, no chance. To
No,
Chahal
see,
in
okay, no,
your,
no, they have
yeah,
not mentioned. No, none of these
I'm
both
saying
teams have mentioned
hypothetically, okay. If
who
from
they'll give.
Punjab with Chahal, it's okay. I would say, but I see. I wouldn't say Chahal and Noor Ahmed are the same. Chahal is good. He's more flighted, and Noor Ahmed is more like faster in the air. Okay, but if you look at a given day name, if you just take Noor Ahmed and Chahal, I think a batsman would fear facing Noor Ahmed little more than Chahal because Chahal is slow, whereas Noor Ahmed is quick and it's difficult to judge with which side it turns. So I would say CSK should not do anything like that. They should just like keep Noor Ahmed.
So
He's one of
not
their strike
DC, not
bowlers.
Punjab also.
Who you don't want to spoil your bowling, which is like the only thing that is actually delivered in this IPL.
Okay, another trade which actually involves Punjab also is Prashant Veer and Rahul Chahar from CSK to Punjab for Chahal. Yuzi Chahal. Two
Prashant
Punjab
Veer and Rahul Charmi looks
or
tempting. I
Yuzi
don't know.
Chahal. What do you all think?
Yeah, I think it's a good one if you ask me. Chahal, like I told you, Chahal is like the highest wicket taker if I'm not wrong in IPL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Chahal at a ground like Chepauk would be highly useful where you have long boundaries.
yeah.
So yeah, why not? I mean, there's no harm in strengthening your bowling, but like you said, Noor Ahmed out, no, big no. Why would
Mm-hmm.
you do that? How Cyrus just said, why would you pull your bowling down when it was the only reason why you
Yeah.
existed in that season? Yeah, so I mean, see, Rahul Chahar, CSK was again, he was not someone who played a lot, and Prashant Veer also. I feel CSK can let go of him because you're getting Yuzi Chahal, and like I told you, in a big round like Chapok, he'll be a great asset. So yes, I would go in for it.
Okay. 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 So that's the thought. Okay. I think so. Last one. This is the last one. This is surprisingly come from SRH. Okay.
I'm
This is
I'm highly surprised. How do you get this information? Like BCCI would want to know your location as soon as this league. They'll be like,
yeah,
he's
brother. It's all Insta. It's all Insta. It's all social media. It's a talks.
crazy. Crazy.
Okay. The last one is from SRH. Okay. SRH wants Noor Ahmed for and CSK if SRH want Noor Ahmed, that's it. Okay, they have not mentioned who they want, and CSK might ask for Shakib Hussain.
First of all,
What do you
SRH won't leave Shakib Hussain the way how he performed this season. He has been their strike bowler. We thought
Yeah.
Prafulinga initially when Prafulinga started, I think Prafulinga had a better start than him, but
Mhm.
I would not leave him. He's one of their strike bowlers. He's one of their best bowlers. I don't think so. They would take the chance of leaving him, considering that Pat Cummins potentially will not be there next year.
Mhm.
It's a very big risk to take for them to leave Shakib Hussain.
Shakib Hussain.
Uh, yeah, I don't think.
I'll tell you why they might go for it. Okay, why they might go for it is because now one of the main spinners SRH has is Harsh Dubey, who's
Mhm.
playing for the Indian team right now. Okay, he is there in the Island squad. He's there in the England squad. Okay, so he's playing for the Indian team. So they have a Harsh Dubey. Another spinner with him to complement him, Noor Ahmed, is what they're looking at. Now, if they get that, this year Ishan Malinga has done really well. Okay, Ishan Malinga has done really well. Prafulinga has done here and there. Shakib Hussain has done the best. Okay, they can somewhat they can get what Shakib Hussain has in Ishan Malinga. I'm not saying exactly. They can. So probably why not strengthen my spin attack fully with Hashtube and Noor Ahmed. Okay. And I still have Ishan Malinga, I still have Patrick Cummins, and I still have a Prafulinga, and maybe I can get on just another bowler, a strike bowler who will do the job for me. Why
But
not?
like I say, you're bleeding CSK dry in that state. You're literally taking out their strike bowler. I don't know
Hmm.
if they'll see. They only
But
like
another thing, Shakib Hussain in Chepok was dangerous. The last time he came, he took 3 wickets and he gave only 17 to 18 runs. It's a
yeah, but
perfect pitch for a
it
bowler
is.
like
I
him.
agree. Okay, but it's only you have one strike bowler and he's a pacer. Okay, in Chepok, 7 matches he'll deliver. What about matches outside? Noor Ahmed will deliver even outside and other venues also. He's a very good. But what if there's like good spinning tracks, which is not going to be like thing. But see, that's what I'm saying. In India, you won't get much spinning tracks nowadays. They're giving all flat tracks. In that flat tracks also, Noor Ahmed's being very destructive. He's being difficult to play.
And Shakib Hussain also has been pretty destructive. So, I mean, I'm just putting because he's done well last season. Okay, he's
I mean,
done
I
well
see
last
both of
season.
them performed really well. I'm not questioning the performance. I'm just saying for CSK, I see Noor Ahmed a better fit than Shakib Hussain.
Okay,
Only
what do you
considering
think?
the fact that this season, primarily because of the bowling attack, especially Noor Ahmed and
Hmm.
Akil
Akil Hussain.
Hussain is who held CSK and gave them a chance. I feel so. I don't think either of them should be traded out
Okay,
of CSK.
okay, Khan.
Okay, so just to begin with an analysis, if you just look at RCB, RCB had Hazelwood. Hazelwood was their strike bowler. Now, a
Mhm,
perfect replacement for Hazelwood was Jacob Duffy, right? So
mhm,
you know that when the previous was not there, the latter would be there. So if you look at SRH, I mean Malinga, Cummins, Hinge, and Hussain. Now, what happens is when you talk about fast bowlers, there will always be an issue with respect to injuries, because
mhm.
as a cricketer, fast bowlers are the most prone to injuries. Okay, you will not see any other professional as prone to injuries as a fast bowler in the game of cricket. Now I feel if you take out Pat Cummins, you have Malinga. Okay, assume like he's there with him or without him, he's there. But suppose if tomorrow Hinge is out, who comes in as a replacement for him? Okay, you have to look at it. I'm not telling you that it'll happen, but possibilities have to be considered. My only point is you need your bench to be as good as your 11. For example, RCB. Salt went out. Venkatesh Iyer, which I thought was a stupid buy, turned out to be very crucial. He was a perfect replacement for Phil Salt. So you need to have A plus level backups, is what I feel. All right. So I don't think SRH must do that. I think Hussain can grow in SRH. And like Saris telling, I feel Noor Ahmed brings in that Sunil Narayan kind of a feeling for CSK. He's a mystery bowler. He's not someone that you look down upon. If you see relatively Rashid Khan and Noor Ahmed, the impact of Rashid Khan has fallen down. At one point of time, Rashid Khan used to be like an absolute disaster. Everyone used to like go crazy when he's coming to bowl. But now you see that impact has dried down to a great extent. But again, Noor Ahmed still has maintained that. Even if the ball is outside the line, it can spin inside. That's his threat level. So I feel CSK must not let go of him. Hussain, see, for CSK, Hussain would be a great buy. But what benefit am I getting? I don't see any benefit for SRH. SRH, again, like I told you, SRH is a team that needs to try to rearrange their players and figure, their structure out. So trades must happen when there is a deficit in a team. It's not that you strengthen your team too much. Again, if you want to do that, again you will bench some player. That star player will not be ready to sit. He'll eventually walk out. So you will ruin the balance that you maintained. So I feel it's a bad trade for SRH, honestly. So I would say no.
No and no. Okay, so the answer is a no.
By
Do
the way,
get subscribed.
I have one point. I was reading something interesting. I'm very surprised you didn't bring this out. So I was reading that supposedly Yuvraj Singh is going to come to a certain franchise.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to talk about coaches, there are two updates. First one, Yuvraj Singh and Saurav Ganguly, because JSW Group is taking over Delhi Capitals. So they'll be the coach and batting coach. So Yuvraj Singh might be the batting coach or maybe a mentor kind of a thing for the son. And hence the reason why they wanted Rishab Pant to come in, because Saurav Ganguly and Rishab Pant have worked together well. That is what they're saying. So hence the Rishab Pant trade was very crucial for them. And the second, in coaches itself, the second update is Mahela Jayawardene out for Mumbai Indians, and then Ian Morgan comes for Mumbai Indians as the new head coach.
Ian Morgan.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know the second one.
I don't know.
I knew
I mean, they're just telling, but I don't know how far it'll happen. Maybe they give one more season, but the most expected answer, the most expected thing to happen, and I'm still regretting my life choices.
Stephen Fleming was retained.
Stephen Fleming continues for the next season as well. One more season.
No, but I genuinely feel Stephen Fleming is an amazing coach. I'll tell you, since IPL started for CSK, he started as a player, but then he became a coach. And you cannot look down upon what he's done for the franchise. I still feel CSK is the biggest franchise. You can talk about RCB's hype for the past 2 seasons. You can talk about MI's, stars. But I still feel if you go number-wise and realistically, CSK has to be the biggest franchise in IPL till date. And CSK, I feel, messed up, but it's very important for you to back your coach in these tough times. I think that is something that not a lot of teams do. See, you can't be like, if my team is winning, everyone's doing a good job. If my team is losing, everyone's messing up. I feel backing your players and staff at low times is way more important than your, positive times. So I still feel Stephen Fleming has a lot of caliber, has a lot of potential. See, because I don't think he's coaching any other team. Okay, so his primary focus is CSK and will be CSK. And I feel CSK needs a restructuring squad-wise, not management-wise. I think CSK has got the best management. It's since IPL 1, I believe CSK has got the best management. Trust me, there is not one player who has commented ill about your management. Not one player. We are talking about, people right from, MSD, Robin Uthappa, Rahane. Imagine he took a bunch of players in their 30, 35 pluses and he made them in IPL. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, this is not even thought of. So I still feel you got to back your coach, man. You can't look down upon him.
எல்லாம் அவன் பார்த்துப்பா ரொம்ப நன்றி
And yeah, okay. Our Stephen Fleming will talk more when the IPL auction comes near. But yeah, these are all the trade rumors going. So yes, people, leave your trade rumors or your trade deal that you all would like to happen in the comment section. We thank again Gibran for joining us in this hectic 1 o'clock call. And yeah, thanks to Cyrus as well. David couldn't be. I mean, Stalin couldn't be here because his internet was not working. But yes, so be it. But we'll have him for the next sun. And leave your comments as to what you would like us to do next. Anything other than cricket also. We make Gibran dance.
We'll talk about Tamil Nadu politics.
Yes, we'll talk about Tamil Nadu politics. Gibran is the most interested person in Tamil Nadu politics and all that stuff. So do leave us your thoughts in the comments and get subscribed. And we will see you in our next video. Bye bye.
Bye.